Horse meat.
Horse meat!
We were late, but...
Boom, boom.
Podcast 2!
What you got?
Podcast 2 is coming at you. Here it is.
With the doctor's feel.
And good. For the second time.
For the second time, bro. And this is the start of some rapid fire podcasts. And I also feel like the energy level is going to be slowly, with each one, just slowly getting...
Decrease.
I'm going to have to stay up for at least, I don't know, at least 2 more.
2 more
Gotta
days?
get at least 2 more podcasts in.
It's a lot of hours.
It's a lot of hours. I feel like try to hit 100.
100 hours? That's more than that.
To bring everybody in to where we left you guys off last time. About, personally,
Damn near
almost 30 hours.
Close to a 30 piece.
I'm going to have to come out with the truth, though. I did catch myself slipping a few times.
Did you?
Throughout the night, I did.
Cat naps.
It was like being a little overgiving to like an alarm clock situation. Just
Careless moves.
Got a little careless. A few in and outs. But I'm still here though, dude. I feel like, I might have missed out around an hour. But I think that's only a lesson to amp up the responsibilities
For the following days.
for these next few days.
Well, I got beyond careless.
Okay.
I was just a little reckless last night.
I did see you being a little reckless.
I
I noticed.
I got kind of curled up underneath a blanket,
Yeah.
pillow beneath the head, dark room. I was out, probably just chalk it up to a full night's sleep. It was about 7 to 8 hours worth of sleep.
So what's the move? What's your move? Because remember, we talked about this being a test.
What's the test?
I'm a feeling good man.
I mean, I guess I'm in. I'm back in. It's
You're
just
back
going to be
in?
a start over, I guess, at this point, since I did sleep a lot last night.
I don't know, dude. I think it'll just be like it's a little variable.
Just
I
take
think it's
that
got to
off.
contaminate the whole experiment, but I think just note it.
It happened.
We're going to add that in the notes.
And now I'm going to change. Like you said, the following days are going to be different now.
So what are your predictions if you're for sure back in?
I'll give it... What's today? Tuesday? Tuesday. I'll definitely make it to Thursday morning.
You got until at least Thursday?
At least till Thursday morning. That might be the end.
Okay.
The cash out. Maybe more, but I'll put minimum. I'll set the minimum Thursday morning.
Minimum Thursday morning.
Which isn't very far away, but...
I'm going to try to hit 100 hours.
You're at 30 right now?
That's my goal, I think. 100.
You get about 3 more days.
And then once I get close enough to the world record, might just
head on for that.
take the trip there.
It's only like 170 more once you get to 100.
170 more past 100, so 270.
Close to it.
What are your observations from the night?
I didn't really have anything out of the ordinary. It's like a reg night. Basically, I just stayed up a little late and then went to sleep. I mean, there were definitely some drowsy times. It had to have been like, when was that? We went to the store? Like 2 maybe?
Sure.
1 or 2.
Okay.
Energy drink. Brought it back up for at least a few hours.
Yeah, I was feeling very right for a few hours.
And then she ran off and it was all down from that. I remember actually one time, I think he woke me up out of a sleep.
I did.
It's like at the very beginning when I was falling asleep.
I did. I was throwing homeboy a second chance.
Blew it.
You held on to it for a little bit.
It was a little bit after that.
More than I expected.
I don't know, dude. It's just when I get into sleep mode, There's not much stopping it. So I just need to steer nice and clear to sleep mode. Don't even need to get close to that.
Yeah, I mean, that seems fitting for what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Probably try to stick away from that.
Stay away from sleeping.
And we chose to fill our time of fighting sleep with lay down movies,
Dark room movies.
which were I got a hold of a few bangers last night. What were they? We watched
I got it. At least 2 bangers in me.
what was it? Glass?
Glass, and then the one before that.
Hitman?
I lied. Hitman was not that good.
It's alright, dude.
It's like a mid-tier movie. At its
Yeah.
best.
I really wish you would have made it through Endgame because that was
Was it?
I had a little epiphany
Yeah?
happen at the end. I think my delusion was tying in with
The movie?
feeling like I might have been in Avengers for a little bit, and I came up with a little something. I was gonna.
Is it like ruin the movie if you say it though?
No, it's not even about the movie really.
No.
It's usually, or like in the past, I'd write some things on some Instagram pics,
Mm-hmm.
or not too long ago did a little voice experiment on there. So this is one of those. I think it ties in. It's almost like coincidentally, almost like a mission statement for Doctors Feeling Good.
So what, are you going to let me hear it? What is it?
Let you hear it. I'm gonna have to get into my full-on mode, my full-on reading mode.
Let it happen.
Let me check these peaks. All right.
You're good there.
Should you do a little interpretive dance while I'm reading this? Just let it flow through you. Just however you're feeling.
Okay.
All right, you ready?
Hmm.
I will face every demon with angels. I will conquer every battle with sacrifice. The strength I do not yet hold, I will borrow from my future. I will overcome my weaknesses with the strength from my past. I will change reality with my vision. Where I am able, I will replace ignorance with wisdom in others as well as myself. Where I lack certainty, I will harness faith. Where I put my faith, I will bring certainty. I will achieve by giving, and I will give by achieving. To any entity that stands in my path, I will obliterate you with the focus of my perceptions. Let this be my threat to what stands in the way of peace. I am hunting you to extinction.
First impression,
Okay.
I like the aggressive parts in there. It got a little wild.
It did get
At least a couple times.
It did get a little wild. I was feeling a little wild. I was feeling real good. See,
That's a good touch.
when I was typing it up, I was in a whole different vibe. I was kind of still chilling on the energy drink.
Kind of amped up a little bit, wired.
Avengers, the end game was happening. You just have to see it. I'm really kind of disappointed that you missed it, but you'd have to see it.
I don't even know if I want to see it in the quality that I was viewing it. I'm trying to see something that spectacular in the best way possible.
I'll give you that. We were
It was some
on a free
beans.
version online.
It was terrible quality.
It was maybe an
terrible.
iPhone 5 recording
Probably lower, dude. It was
just people walking through.
of a movie
Just
screen.
walking through.
Literally
Just
of a
walking.
movie screen. You can hear people laughing and shadows on the screen.
Shadows on the wall. Maybe we should turn this into a singing
We could do
channel.
that. You saying that with podcasts in addition to or instead of?
No, I'm just saying we just ditch the whole podcast and go right for singing.
Just covers or new ones. Do I have a huge ass mosquito bite on my forehead? That bitch has to be bamping. Right here.
Yeah, I can. It's not like a welt, but it's definitely red.
Wait on it, dude. That bitch is about to swell the fuck up. I
Where'd it
can
come
feel
from?
I guess one bit me on the fucking forehead.
Recently?
Yeah. She's about to be huge. I can tell. Are you trying to do like one full podcast each day, or are you trying to do like snippets from each day combined for a podcast?
a day.
Podcast a day.
I also wanted to say that I feel like this is a good opportunity because for everybody watching, really,
Mm-hmm.
because I don't really know many people that are going to try to maximize their no sleep. So, drop some comments.
How about
Drop a little DM. Ask some questions. I'll
Fill in with the deets.
Not in the best mindset. Very fatigued but
At
I'm
some
just saying.
point.
I'm just saying, if you're curious, we got the answers. On Doctors Feeling Good, we have the answers. Just ask for them, and we'll deliver them right to you. Everything you need.
Just know that they're here.
They are here. Just feel comfort in that.
Just gotta ask to receive. That's all it is. I mean, sometimes you'll just receive without even having to ask because we're just on top of some points like that. But
Yeah.
if we don't cover it, ask up.
Ask up. So I feel like we should go on a little advice spree, little advice piece real quick.
All right.
And I was thinking the topic being people afraid, or not afraid, but people uncomfortable with where they're at or the path they're taking to get to a certain place, because they're comparing themselves to like the general public. What would you say to those people that are feeling that way?
Feeling the way that they need to be following the general masses?
Not that they
what
need
you're
to
supposed to be?
But just uncomfortable because they're not.
Oh, fuck no. Fuck that.
Fuck that?
Fuck that. Not
Alright.
fuck that solely, but fuck doing that just because you think you have to do that. Or
Yeah.
thinking you have to do that because that's what everybody else is doing. There's so many other routes to take.
So are you saying
Instead of going to school for 4 more years or more for something you might not even want to do, to be in lots of debt for a long time afterwards, getting a job you probably don't even want, just because you're supposed to do that? Fuck that. I mean, if that's what you're trying to do, I guess don't fuck that. But I don't know who's really trying to do that for themselves.
I will give
I
you
don't
that.
know who's really
I don't know anybody who's
looking for that life.
truly trying to do that, and I feel like the ones that are would do it even if it wasn't a thing. So I mean,
What you got for him? You got anything?
What do I
Any advice add-ons?
I'll just say that everybody has a different timeline, and regardless of how much you can compare and contrast different people's timelines, that not only do they not require the same amount of time and efforts, but also I don't like that at all. Just keep doing what you're doing. If you got some dreams,
Do that.
they can be real, brother.
Follow it
Brothers
up.
and sisters, they can be real. That's what I'll say.
That's good advice.
I appreciate it.
Follow the dreams.
Follow the dreams, and there's not one way to do everything. You know, you could buy somebody's entrepreneurial books and guides to get you to a certain place, right? But if you have the ideas, then just do the steps that it takes to get there.
Just
You know
make
what
it
I'm
happen.
saying? I mean, it's helpful to have different options, but just because somebody did it one way doesn't mean it's the only way.
Or the most effective way.
Or the most effective way. I think even most of the time,
It's not.
it's not. I think if there's somebody trying to sell, I feel like those
Their
people
secrets that they use
are the least efficient.
They're watering them down. They're watering them down hard.
They're watering down. 'Cause, I mean, what are they going to tell you? Like, I mean, what are they really going to tell you that's going to help you? It's just going to be
the
like,
same thing everybody will, dude.
I mean, they understand the steps, but everybody is kind of the same, right? Like, everybody is in some way the exact same. You know, you go through life picking up the different experiences and whatnot,
Chiseling away.
and like kind of just figuring out where you are compared to everybody else, like where you're fitting in, even though we're all kind of the same. And where was I going with that? What were we talking about?
We were talking about watered down advice.
Watered down advice.
from the
Okay.
gurus.
So here's what I'm saying. Those people took the route of doing what they wanted to do, I suppose.
Yeah.
Just at random. And
It would seem
then
that way.
giving or selling that advice.
Mm-hmm.
And if we're all somewhat the same, then you already have that advice. You could be the person to sell the advice, but you're just on a different timeline, a different age. You know what I mean? Everything's just kind of or at least personally, what I realize as time goes on is that everything just kind of repeats in like waves. You know what I mean? Like with each new era of children and stuff that come in, you have a whole new reset and a whole new
it's a whole new
figure out zone.
Gen coming up, learning it all to take over from the previous boys.
At some point, I think it's just gonna. Do you think it's gonna always continue, or do you think at some point we'll find a way above that?
Well, how would it be above that?
Like, do you think we'll find change that, not necessarily above that, but just that puts a stop, or not like a stop as in like we need to defeat this, but as just, do you think there will ever be a change or like enough change that won't happen anymore? Like everybody will just be born and die on the same goal, which I think should be just to live, really.
It should be, dude, but it can't be.
It can't be?
It can't be. Not at this point, it can't be.
Wow.
I mean, I guess if there was a radical change to every person in the world, I guess it could be, but...
What does that really take, though? You know what I mean? People get finessed so often, just regardless of what it is. I feel like the people that are perceived as bad are just trying to herd the people into a certain place by one means or the other. So, like, say you, like, believe in God and then say there's somebody that doesn't believe in God.
Mm-hmm.
They could look at that as, like, one of those routes of pulling everybody into a certain, like, a finesse, basically, right? To get everybody on a certain track.
That's what it is. Just getting everybody together as a mass, looking for the same thing, going for the same goal.
We should get together for some mass.
We should go to mass this Wednesday.
If we all start going to mass, we can fix these problems,
fix
guys.
all problems.
That's
Mass,
what you should take away from this.
That's all you really need is church right there.
I'm just kidding. Mass is ass. Psych ass.
Mass. No, mass is cool. I guess. I've never been to a mass. I don't think.
I've been to a mass.
Was it ass?
It wasn't ass, dude. I try not to think of anything as ass. I just try to think of everything as an opportunity to, like...
see some new shit. Experience some different things.
Because personally, I don't really tie myself to, like, a body. So it's not like wherever my body is, I'm at. It's just like my body will be in a place and my mind's like... just, you know, hanging out in there. But mass it was kind of cool, dude.
Was it?
It's kind of cool. I mean, I'll give you that I was very tired. It was early in the morning, but I mean, it's always good seeing everybody on the same,
I guess,
same rod, you know? Even if it's not, I'm not going to say true or false, but
yeah.
It's good to see, though.
That's what...
Because, I mean, earlier you were asking just like a radical mindset change. I mean, it's kind of what it is. If we just start a new religion
that requires no bullshit. None of the bullshit. Cut all the bullshit out and we'll just live it up until we die.
Instead of like money being what everybody like has to have, or like what everybody wants or like has to have to be able to do certain things, if we just figure out a system where we all do things for the betterment of each other in the world, then we could just have like a super advanced world. Like no emissions, no pollutions or anything.
No anything.
And we're all just able to do what we want. Like, we're able to still make change, but all in the same direction.
Look at it as if you were the first person that invented the gasoline motor, and you're banding out on just billions and millions of dollars off of your gasoline motors you're selling.
Yeah.
And then somebody came along and was like, dude, that's not good for the world. You need to stop doing that.
Yeah.
You would say, fuck no. You would say, I'm banding in all these dollars right now. I'm going to keep banding in all this money.
That's what I'm saying. But say if the guy that came along with electric cars, the dude that was making the gasoline engines, instead of being like, oh, this is like competition now, we'll see. If he was just like, you know what, dude, that's a really good idea. And I think that we'll just convert this whole bitch into helping you with that idea instead of being an asshole.
But also... you could look at it like if they team up, it could be for the betterment of advancing things.
Uh-huh.
But also competition between businesses, it really builds up advancements of things. They're trying to outdo each other constantly.
I'll give you that.
Because if one person ran all of the car everything, it would be like, here is this thing, and you have no other options.
Okay,
Nothing is better, nothing's worse. It's
competition is definitely helpful, but guided competition, not like a step on your throat, but like, as in, who can make the best improvements?
Yeah.
Like, who can better the world more than the other person, not who can
fuck
bank
each other
in the
over,
most money before the other. Should we
Ooh.
throw a little conclusion on?
I'll throw it on there, yeah. Are you going to throw it on there?
Let me throw in a few little pieces. All right, guys. So listen up. We have sleeping deprivation test underway. That will be updated every day. So this comes out tomorrow, and everyone after that, until we fall asleep, will come out the day after. So every day. And, okay, so like everybody sees that we are for the betterment, right? Or at least that we're like putting forth that we're for the betterment of everything.
Claiming to be.
So if everybody would just help a brother out
Just do a deed.
and like, comment, subscribe, bro.
Send it.
Bros and gals, you know what I'm saying?
Just let it be heard.
Let it be heard. Let us be heard. If you don't like us,
Here we go, dude.
what happens if they don't like us? Okay, you got it?
You're a cuck if you don't like it. But the betterment of if everybody helped each other out to spread across the world, make the world a better place, right? What we were just talking about a minute ago.
Uh-huh.
Just share it. Just let it be heard.
Just
It's
share
not
it.
going to make it worse.
If it's making you feel good, that's going to make somebody else feel good. And
Or even if it doesn't make you feel good, it might.
try to get that money, baby! As promised, we pulled some things out just then. Some discoveries, all of it.
Some advancements
Some advancements.
that need to be adapted.
Take these into careful consideration.
Ooh. I was just going to say consideration.
Closed caption
Brought to you in part by.
brought to you in part by Doctor's Feeling Good.
Let's go.
Anything else you want to say?
I think we're good, dude. I think it's wrapped.
All right.
Bam! Slam Jane.
Horse me.